Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm your host, Sienna Leone, and today we're here at the blue carpet for the 2024 Independent Film Spirit Awards. I'm going to be catching up with some of your favorites, so stay tuned. Wow, you are the people's choice. I mean, tell me about...
I don't know about all
Yes,
that.
it really is. Tell me about the year that you've had. Overwhelming, exciting. Tell me about that.
I think the best word I can use is like a whirlwind. Like everything just keeps coming in, things come in last minute. I'm getting stuff that's so random. Like people want me to go be a panelist at their like attorney conventions, and just like it's anywhere and everywhere. Like it's very hard to take in. I'm very grateful for the opportunity. So.
You did so well in jury duty, so I want to get down to it. Obviously, you guys are nominated Best Ensemble Cast. What a cast! Tell me about that connection on set.
Actually, we won Best Ensemble.
You won!
We're just going to collect.
Oh my, hell yeah! I didn't know that.
They had to remind me. Somebody corrected me. I was like, oh, so we're just going to collect. But you said tell you about the role.
Yeah, tell me about, and just that bond with the cast.
It was great. Like, also because all of us came in as like these heavy professional actors and improvisers. So all we really had was each other because we were all in on this secret too. So it made me very proud. Everybody's so lovely, and now we're friends. We hang, like a lot of us hang out. A lot of us like come to things together. So they made a bond for life, and I'm very proud of everyone in that cast.
When this project presented itself, when you got this project, I've never seen anything like it. So tell me what went through your mind. Were you like, oh wow, this is gonna do amazing, or were you a bit skeptical?
Well, it wasn't like a regular audition to begin with, because what it was they had us do original characters, right, within the scheme of a courtroom. So we had to come up with our own characters, and that was the audition, self-tape, right? So I booked it like a month later, just from off tape. So what happened was, even when I spoke with the producer, and even when my agent was like, yeah, it's this really great project, the producer from The Office and Borat, and I'm like, oh my God, it's amazing. I was like, I still don't know what it is though. And then, because all it said was courtroom mockumentary. That was it. So there was nothing, because it was also like very like hush hush. So, but we didn't know that we didn't know from behind. So even when I spoke with our executive producer, Nicholas Hatton, he was telling me about the show. I'm like, yeah, that sounds awesome. I'm like, I'm so excited. And then I'm like, I still don't know what the F I'm doing. I'm like, so it was like that too, because I think that was the beauty of the show, was because we all kind of felt like that. Like we didn't know really what we were doing or anything, so.
When jury duty came out, obviously a lot of talk of Ronald, James, but you were like up there. So when you saw your character getting all this love, what was your initial reaction? Were you like, oh, whoa, was it a shock to you?
Oh, I think that's kind of you to say. I think the thing that I love about comedy is that it's such a vessel for so many things. And this project gave all of us the ability to put things into these characters in these like funny packages, and so the ability to try to put some like pathos into it felt really cool to see like people responded to it. Yeah.
You were the only one that wasn't in on this whole prank. What did they say? Did you actually think it was just jury duty, or where was this background from?
Yeah, I genuinely believed it was jury duty for a few different reasons, My experience during the filming of it was very boring, to be honest with you. There was not a whole lot that happened. The show is 4 hours long. That's half of one of my days out of 3 weeks of my time. And so what I've been telling people is that Barbara wasn't the only person that fell asleep in the juror box. There are other jurors that genuinely did fall asleep because it was not fun.
So I want to know, poor Ron, bless him.
No,
bless
poor Ronald. No, poor Ronald. Have you seen him? He's living his best life.
He really is. So, Maria, with Ronald, I mean, how was that on set? I get it, you guys are actors, actresses, but how the heck did you guys keep that from him for so long? I mean, tell me about that. Like, was it just kind of sneaking away to laugh, or was there ever a moment like, oh my God, is he gonna catch on?
There were moments in the morning time, because I would have to pick him up, drop him off, and there would be little things he would say where I'm like, who did he talk to, or what's going on? So in the mornings I'd have to go to them, and because we were separate, because I was part of like the authority, the judge, and I would tell them like, yo, y'all, I think he's catching on to this, so kind of like we would have to know when to pull back, when to give. But there were moments that we thought, but he never did.
All the time. Um, but our relationship, Ronald and Inez's relationship, my character, it was very grounded in some sense, and I brought a lot of myself to it. So not the like weird crazy shit, but you know, kind of normal to ground. So I feel like that was like a grounding board for him, because also I did laugh so many times, but it was within the character, thank God. But then there were times where we're not supposed to be laughing, like at all. So I pinched myself. That's like a technique that I have. I've always had that. So, because I do want to laugh a lot of the time, so I have to like do, or I turn around really quick.
Yeah. It got easier with Ronald because I think we spent more time in character not being filmed than filmed, like being in the hotel and stuff. But yeah, the everything in the courtroom was always that was the hardest to not laugh.
You in the hotel room too. I'm just like laughing at everything. It was all so good. You were awesome. James Marsden, when you saw him pop up in the office, did you ever have an inkling like, am I being punked?
Not at all, because sorry James, I didn't really recognize him at first. It definitely took a little bit for it to sink in, because the best way I can describe it is, imagine you go to get your oil change, you're sitting in the waiting room, you're not expecting to see anybody you know there, let alone a famous person. So I was caught off guard.
And what's your relationship with James now?
I like to think that we're friends. I hope he considers me that, but I think he's a great guy. He has honestly been instrumental in me just kind of working through all my feelings and understanding what happened to me from day one. Not from day one of it debuting and being a success, but from the day after we were filming, he's always been there for me.
Oscars are coming up. That's kind of the big thing after this. Who are you rooting for? Anything that you're in specific rooting for?
Daniel Brooks, Devon Joy, Coleman, Jeffrey Wright, American Fiction. I want Best Picture for American Fiction.
I have like goosebumps
No, because
talking about all of them.
The Holdovers, I love movies and writing, and I read the American Fiction screenplay on a flight to New York, and I had goosebumps.
I love the movie Perfect Days so much. If anyone gets a chance to see this movie, it will change your life. Shout out to Wim Wenders, one of the great filmmakers, and yeah, I love that movie.
I love Barbie. All the way, Barbie, all the way, all the way. I love it.
I feel like our outfits are very Barbie. Yes. What a blue carpet that was, you guys. That's it from us for this year's Film Independent Spirit Awards. As always, I'm your host, Sienna Leone, and we will see you guys next video. Bye, everyone.